As we typically do, I'd like to start by just going quickly around the table to introduce everybody for the record.
Amy Hybel, I don't know why, but since I entered town hall, my hands smell like fish. Must be because
We're working waterfront.
it's a working waterfront thing.
I think you're right.
And next to Amy.
Mary Ann Nave.
Mary Ann, okay.
I don't know about my hands.
Matt Gilly. They
Matt
always
Gilly.
smell like fish.
Brian Hurst.
Margaret McIntyre, Town Planner.
Okay, thank you very much. A couple of folks could not be here tonight for other commitments, and that's understandable. I appreciate everybody coming tonight, and we hope to make this a meaningful and quick meeting. Just to kick things off, last Friday, I met with Margaret, Amelia, and the gentleman that came to advise.
Max Johnstone from MCOG, Midcoast Council of Governments.
Okay, Matt Johnstone, and we had a useful, productive meeting. I had to leave a little bit early because I had to go down to Massachusetts for a memorial service, but basically, we went through the plan and looked at what the state had pointed out as shortfalls, comments, and so on. And what you see before you here, what Margaret just handed out, are sort of red line comments and inserts based on what we came up with in the, how long did the meeting go after I left?
We finished up right at noon.
Okay, so you went probably a good hour after I,
Yeah, 3 hours.
yeah.
Excuse me, I missed the gentleman that joined you. Where was he from?
Midcoast Council of Governments. So the town, we pay, I don't know all the ins and outs, but we pay to subscribe to them, and they in turn provide us with technical assistance, and so this fell under the technical assistance bucket. He was particularly well qualified because he just finished up helping Bristol do the same thing. They had a comp plan that didn't pass. They were kind of like, well, what are we going to do now? They had a consultant that they didn't continue their work with. Yeah, exactly. And also they had all rural designations with no growth areas. So he really understood what we were trying to achieve, and he had a really good sense of how the state wanted us to achieve it. So I found that to be really helpful.
That's very helpful.
Okay, so Margaret, how do you propose that we proceed tonight?
We can go, I thought about this a lot. We can go through the document that shows our shortcomings,
Okay,
or we can go back through the memo that goes page by page. It's up to you.
okay, well, let me just highlight what was brought out by the state as shortcomings or missing parts. First, development trends estimate how many residential units, how much commercial, institutional and/or industrial development will likely to occur in the planning period. Where is this development likely to go? For the last couple of decades, we've had an average of about 20 to 25 different residential units constructed in the town. I see nothing that would cause us to change that estimate. What we tried to do here with our plan was to say, we can't concentrate that in one specific area of Harpswell for a variety of reasons. We need to distribute it throughout the town, as has been done for decades. And that was the essence of what we tried to submit in the letter, asking for a waiver for a growth area, specific growth area. one of the changes that have been made, I believe, is that we are now going to put the essence of the letter that we submitted into the plan specifically, so that there's no question that what people see in the plan, this is what we're asking for. I sort of understand that some people might say, well, it's not in the plan, it was an attachment, it was a letter, even though we were advised to do that. That's water under the bridge. But one of the major changes that we're making is baking that into the plan. It's not going to change the essence of the plan, but it's going to at least satisfy that particular thing as far as the state is concerned. The next thing that they indicated that we missed was how critical natural resources and important natural resources be effectively protected from future development impacts. And, I've thought about this. I think a lot of our, the requirements and the laws and things that we have in effect in the town really try to do that. I don't know if you want to comment on that particular thing.
On the natural resources?
Yeah.
I mean, it says right in the state law when you look at that section, and I read this to you at the meeting on Friday. This is not it, hold on one second. It's really dumb. So it says future land use plan analysis. So you go to future land use plan in the state law, or the rule, I guess, and you go to critical natural resources, and it says right in here, typically, some of the information contained in a plan's natural resource section will be repeated or summarized in the future land use section. I mean, that's what the state law says to do, is just repeat yourself.
Yeah.
So it can sound good if we put it in there, but really all we're doing is trying to check a box.
So can I ask a question?
Sure.
So this memo, essentially, that you put together, thank you so much. It's very clear. What you've done is you've gone through the state comments, you've itemized what they are, then you've itemized the pages in the draft comp plan that you've changed. It seems to me like all we need to do is go through and say, yes, and then we're done. We're good to go.
One thing that I would like input on is if you feel like this memo clearly captures the changes and why we made them. I want to give enough detail to the state so they understand and they feel like we've made an effort, but I don't want to say so much that I say the wrong thing, kind of, So I just, if this is, I want to make sure everybody is really clear. If we can add more detail to clarify things, we can take detail out. But we have to work together so that we get it passed.
You referred to a memo.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to this.
It's just a list.
This
Yeah.
this is the summary
You have
of
another one of those?
everything
Yeah.
that's changed.
I sure do.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's wise advice when you're dealing with people in authority, never tell them.
I would have gotten it, I thought you had one right there.
Nothing more.
And I think also, as I think of it, how we will use this in the town in future years, it will be helpful to the people doing what our intent
Yeah.
was.
Yeah?
So the more we put in is better, I think, in that respect.
So I think the idea was we should just, because of this roadmap, let's go down, let's
Yeah.
tick them off one by one.
Yeah.
Look at them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
And then, this goes to the state. The state is going to go, thank you so much. We see you've made it very easy for us. We really appreciate it. We can approve this, and we have justification to back it up.
Yeah. Yep.
So when we talked about the changes that they put in the document here on the left, so most of it's future land use, and then he also included marine resources and natural resources, which BWH is beginning with habitat. So that's all the changes that we did was marine resources, beginning with habitat and future land use. There's other information in here, but none of them were critical to this list of things that we needed to do to get approved. So we didn't stray from this list.
No, and you verified with him, you confirmed with him that this was the list that we need to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
attention to.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered all our bases.
So, for instance, this number on page 1-6, he said, let's go down, 1-6, guide future growth and investment. It refused to guide and growth from interior to villages, so we changed it. Now, should we include on our memo what we changed it from to what we changed it to, or just the change that was made? I mean, he knows what the old plan said, right?
So what on page 6 is the change?
Just the red, and it said before guide future growth and development. And by us saying that we're guiding growth, we're saying we want to guide growth to an area and a growth away from an area, and that doesn't work if we don't want to have a growth area.
Just to help me.
Yeah.
As we go through all of these.
Yeah.
Red is something that's been added.
Or edited.
Oh, changed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any indication?
It's really hard to see.
It's very hard to see, but that matches.
Or was the letter deleted?
It should match there.
Things were edited, but nothing was struck.
Okay, that's good.
Like this was, guide future growth and development was deleted, and it was replaced with, I guess it's hard to see, prepare for development and investment or something.
So it's just that one red line in the blue box.
Yep,
Okay.
perfect.
Fine.
Yeah,
Prove that.
prepare for development and investment.
What does that mean? I mean, okay, I don't want to start something
go
here.
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
do not want to start something
We don't
here.
want to chat, we don't want to ask questions.
Okay.
So
Okay,
we're,
enough, I'm on.
so we're preparing, so it said guide future growth, but we don't want to use the word growth at all unless we're talking about a growth area. So we just want to take all the word growth out of there. It's like this,
Okay,
it's a word, we just
Red
wanted,
flag.
yeah, exactly. So he wrote in his thing that it refers to guiding growth from rural to villages if the town, blah, blah, blah. So,
Okay.
so we took out,
okay,
and we're preparing for development, which is true. We know that development's gonna come. How are we going to handle it in
okay,
town?
Okay.
perfect.
I'm not worrying about growth anymore.
Yep,
Yeah,
okay.
no growth,
No growth, just development.
yeah. Just development.
And so 1.5, is that taken care of by that letter?
It's
you're
an
gonna insert?
error.
Yeah.
No, it's an error. It should be 1-15.
Well, we have 1-15. Okay, so let's look at 1-15, which is
Yeah.
the next
In
thing.
his letter, it says 1-5, but the content of 1-15,
Yeah.
oh, I went,
It's on the next, it's
Oh.
the reverse side of the other one.
this is just a.
Just turn it over.
We didn't, oh, is it on, turn on.
1-15 is the paragraph, yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah,
Land use? Okay.
land use. There?
Okay, so the big thing here, when you look at this paragraph in red on 1-15, the thing that's saying, all areas will be categorized under the comprehensive plan as rural areas, which is something we really didn't do in the initial document. We tried to distinguish between developed neighborhoods, working villages, and other things. The advice that we got from this individual was that by saying we want the entire town to be considered a rural area with certain historical development that has occurred, kind of supports the fact that we don't want that growth is not something that we're really looking for. Is that correct?
So basically, from what I understand, we can have growth areas, we can have transitional areas, we can have conservation areas maybe, or we can have rural areas. I think I said them all.
Yeah.
So we want them all to be rural. We don't want growth, we don't want transitional, so we're calling all of our areas rural areas. And so that wasn't clear in the last plan.
Okay, and then I think that the operative sentence here is, due to the limited development capabilities of Harpswell, no growth areas as defined by the state of Maine shall be proposed in this comprehensive plan. So it comes out crystal clear stating,
We say it a bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Right.
Good, perfect.
And everything's rural areas, that's the other thing he needed to hear.
okay. So that's 1-15.
Check.
Part of the reason I was such a pain in the ass about defining rural areas was because of that right there.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, 1-32.
I made two changes on that page.
Okay.
Okay,
Good,
This is
okay.
another way to clarify growth area exemptions.
This is okay.
2009 open space plan includes an inventory of scenic places in Harpswell. Can you explain why you inserted that?
It had to do with the marine resource letter. Hold on one second.
Yeah, they talked about scenic.
Yeah. They said a list of scenic resources, comment number 4, hold on one second. It says, we agree a formal inventory of scenic resources and access to them would be valuable. And then we thought, there is an inventory already that was done.
It's been done in the open space plan, so we could refer to that.
So we just referred
Yeah.
to one,
Okay.
so we don't have to do it again.
We should update it, though, using the new information that we got from the visioning
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm not going to belabor that point.
That'll be be something that could be part of the implementation.
Yeah, it should be,
Implementation.
definitely. Okay.
And then the other thing we changed on this page was minimize, the word minimize. Oh, maybe this is incorrect.
To minimize impacts on natural resources.
And I think that has to do with,
Beginning with happening.
I mean, we're talking about very subtle changes that will,
oh, because before it said direct growth to minimize impacts on natural resources. We took out the word growth, so we're just saying minimize impacts on natural resources. That's it.
Did you use AI for this?
No. No, we didn't. We just used some brain power. All right.
okay, so we've done 1-32,
It would have helped a lot.
now we're 1-35.
135, okay.
Water access, significant water.
Water bodies continue.
Okay, access to significant water bodies continues to be an
Yeah,
important
they had a
issue.
question about that.
I think as the discussion that I remembered from last week, there was a question about whether or not we had categorized all of the water bodies in the town. And I think what we're saying here is significant water bodies. It doesn't mean every little puddle.
Well, if you look at page 1.38, we follow that up with a strategy, which is, that answers your question now.
Right, major water bodies.
Margaret?
Yeah.
Just take the S off, it continues. Significant water bodies.
Where does it-
Continue to,
Take-
yeah,
take the
continue.
Oh,
Yeah.
access to the water, okay.
Yeah.
You say, access to significant water bodies continue, all right.
Yeah.
1-35.
Okay, say that again.
If you took out the
No.
clause, access continues,
That's right. I think it does need the S.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine the way it is.
Access, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Access
fine.
continues, yeah.
It's fine the way it
I've
is.
diagrammed that sentence.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Your
Thank you
English,
very much.
your English teacher would be proud, man.
Grade.
Okay.
Okay, good,
I missed that
excellent.
week.
They kind of repeated it in a couple places in here that we don't really put any emphasis on freshwater resources, freshwater access. The only one is Dan's Ice Pond, really. That is the biggest freshwater resource that we have in town, and so.
Which isn't really fresh water.
Yeah, okay.
Stirring the pot over there. So that's just why we put that in there.
Okay, so what we're saying is the key thing is significant water bodies. It's not like everything in the town.
Not just fresh water, no,
Right.
significant fresh
Right,
water.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So 1-35. Clarify that language. Okay, 1-38.
Good, good.
Strategy 2.1,
These are good.
yeah.
Demand for water access to major water bodies. Here again, I think one of the comments that was made by the state was that, you've covered access to the shore and things like that, but you haven't covered access to fresh water bodies in the town.
Yes, such little.
And that's what we're trying to address with things like this. So,
Well, we have a lot.
okay, create an inventory of any fresh or
Sometimes
saltwater
we
bodies
don't.
in the community determined to have inadequate public access. In other words, this is an aspirational thing that we're saying, okay, if there are any water bodies that we need to, in the future, look at as something that we need access to, we'll do it. We'll try to do it. So it just
So-
reinforces that point.
So in the, I'm already getting lost. In the beginning with habitat section, under recreation, it says, does the public have access to each of the community's significant water bodies? So that's the analysis. And then we're supposed to do an inventory of fresh and saltwater bodies in the community determined locally to have inadequate public access. And then the policy is to seek or achieve to maintain at least one major point of public access to major water bodies. So we tried to include stuff about access.
Okay,
And then
so-
when you add stuff to the policy and the strategy, then you update it in the implementation plan.
Okay, so, if you, 1-85, the implementation plan, they've added something, create an inventory of fresh saltwater bodies.
Yep.
Okay, so that's reinforces the point that's been made. Okay. All right. All right, let's go to,
41.
38 and I-85, huh?
So 1-41 is just a box that we had to check about the CEO being supported.
that's good.
And having training. And that's in the state law.
okay,
Just as a question, is our code enforcement officer not certified?
They are. Yeah, they have to be by state law, so, yeah,
They really need to know their stuff.
this is a case where
we're checking them.
they are, but we didn't necessarily say it in the plans.
I mean, it's in state law that we have to provide language to support this, so we literally copied it and pasted it into here.
Okay, and here again, it's mirrored in the implementation part of it, say, yeah, we want to make sure that our code enforcement people are certified. Okay, 1-54.
1-54 has to do with,
To protect.
we took out the word,
This is,
so, because it
so
had the word
cynical
growth
now.
in it. It said before, policies can be designed to help strategically plan growth for certain areas
Oh, here we
while at the same time protecting agricultural uses of the land. So,
Gotta take growth out of there.
Good, that's perfect. Shortens it.
Shortens it,
I'm on
too.
Says the same thing.
oh, it's not in here, all right. Anyways, yeah, so we just took out the growth.
Good.
Okay.
Good, yeah. And the growth.
Okay, land use, 1-61.
Oh, yeah, that's this.
Scenic character of the community.
Right-hand column,
for
maintain the
me.
scenic character of the community.
Yep, good.
Okay.
Can't argue with that.
Okay, because it has.
Again, growth
okay.
area, right?
No, rural character, so it said maintain the rural character of the non-shoreline areas of the community. We took out the word rural as much as we could because that has to do with the land use designation. So when we say rural, we mean scenic.
Scenic, yeah,
So we took out rural, added scenic.
that works.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Right next to,
65.
It's giant stairs.
Giant stairs,
Yeah.
the driftwood
Oh,
in,
yeah, we were there right after the storm.
Future land use plan, future land use plan,
1-65 is the next one.
Yep.
Okay.
So it said, before it said, the FLUP lays out general concepts for growth and, for guiding growth and change, and he had a problem with that. So we are responding to development.
You could almost say responding to development pressure, but I think that's just as good. It's
Yeah.
fine. Fewer words, better.
Yes.
Notwithstanding LD 1829. You could say that, but we won't say that.
no,
Not to know.
don't rub their nose in.
I know. Ugh.
Okay, 1-67.
No, 65.
No, we just did
There's a
65.
second one on 65,
Oh, the second one on 65?
There is.
under land use designations, all considered rural areas.
Oh, we
Yeah.
added that one at the last minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
where's
good.
that? Where's
That's
that?
good.
So we added it again because he said in his comments.
Oh, I don't have it in
It said he wanted us to insert statements clarifying that the town is not designating a growth area. Clearly state the reasoning. Each land use designation on these pages needs to clearly state that they are all rural. So we put it right there. They are all rural.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was our last minute change there. All right, and then
Oh, you must have
67, we made a bunch of little changes.
check your other
And
page.
that kind of, this is kind of the bigger changes that we made.
2 pages.
So we had 3 areas. Natural resource designations,
We changed.
shoreland designations, existing developed area designations, and rural conservation designations. So we got rid of the word rural. When we could, we changed rural areas to interior. I'm not,
So 67? You on 67?
Down, lower left-hand column.
Okay,
Interior.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, conservation designations.
so our interior zoning right now is interior. So we just use the same word. I don't know if that's confusing, if that's okay with you guys. And we got rid of, instead of rural conservation designations, it just says conservation designations. But we repeat that it's all rural.
Right.
And then for traditional working waterfront villages, we truncated it. So it used to say, we took this section out, I guess. This is one part that we did delete. It used to say there should be special provisions for existing developed lots or vacant lots of record that would allow expansion or reconstruction of the existing structures as well as infill development on vacant lots, as long as they are in character with other properties in the immediate area, do not increase the amount of water usage, and use lid BMPs to manage stormwater. We took that out for 2 reasons.
Okay.
He had a really hard time with the fact that we said infill development because he saw it as us encouraging growth in these
Yeah,
areas.
he meaning the state, Tom.
Okay.
And because it says, it kind of repeats some of those themes at the top under existing developed area designations. We felt okay with removing it under traditional working waterfront villages. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. We can still do infill development and stuff, we just can't, we don't want to have it
We just don't want to state it.
We don't want to say it.
You know, it's interesting to me, I'm thinking about this language. It's consistent with the character of the neighborhood with respect to scale, setbacks, and amount of impervious surfaces. There's been a couple of developments, including the one that looks like a suburban Boston office building. Like how, if we had had the information, we could have had a really interesting discussion on whether that met this goal. That's just something to think about.
Where is that in?
It's,
Abner Point.
yeah, Abner Point.
It faces Harpswell Neck, so anybody from the neck can see it, and it really, really stands. It's very modern.
Was that the tear down?
You know where I'm talking
That
about.
was that tear down rebuild? That's what did.
The tear down and rebuild, you know that. It's
You haven't heard people complain
completely
about it?
inconsistent.
I've heard about it, but I haven't laid my own
Was,
personal eyes on it.
Done about a year ago.
Your
Yeah.
point.
What was there was
It was a
consistent.
beautiful
What they
house that was
replaced it
there.
with wasn't.
I'm sorry,
The house that was there was beautiful.
was it?
Yeah.
A big old,
Okay, let's go to 1-69 is the
It
map,
was a newer house, like 96.
future land use with growth area exemption.
Okay.
you're rich.
Yeah.
Can you explain how if,
So we had trouble with this map because we couldn't edit it without recreating it. So
Okay.
this really,
so this is the map that was originally presented?
it's the same map, we just changed the words underneath it. So we wrote with growth area exemption because he wants it to see it all through the plan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we changed conservation to conservation, and we changed rural to interior.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because everything's rural.
as far as we're concerned, this map is good to go as it is
Yeah.
right now?
We did, yeah, we didn't change the map.
Okay,
We didn't change the policies. We're just changing the words.
okay.
It's much more consistent. It's much more consistent. Yep.
Whoa,
All right.
this is big and red.
1-70 is a major ad, and basically, this is the essence of the letter.
Yep.
It is the letter.
It's the letter that we submitted. It's now officially a part of the plan.
Well, that's what they wanted. They got it.
Quote ourselves, we footnoted, we said this before, we were
Yeah,
Saying it again.
yeah. So now it's in the plan, it's part of the plan, and it is the letter that we submitted to go along with it. So they should not have any question regarding that as a part of,
The only thing I would say is because of the way that it was formatted by Viewshed, it's in a weird spot in the plan. So this exemption comes after the future land use map. I'm a little worried he's gonna have trouble with that, but there was no way for Amelia to move the map. And we didn't want to change any page numbers,
Oh,
so.
yeah.
So we erased, I'll show you what we erased. We erased this page.
Okay.
a picture.
Yeah, we erased this page and that's where it is.
We got plenty of pictures in the plan.
Yeah.
So I think
But
we
it's
can,
just-
we can do without that barn.
So we're in land use, here's our land use map, and then there is our,
That's-
but
yeah.
hopefully because it's in there a whole bunch of times, he's okay with it.
Hopefully.
Just not
Okay.
in a logical
so.
spot.
Great work, team. Great
Very
work.
good. You guys really worked hard on this.
Okay, the next thing I see is 1-102, but I don't have it in my
85.
85.
Which isn't on the list.
It's on the back of 1-86.
1-85 is not on my list?
No.
Oh, shoot.
It's up
Here
here.
it is, it's up top.
Oh, yeah, I put it up top,
85
right.
and 86.
Okay, create an inventory of
Okay.
fresh saltwater bodies.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Cool.
that-
It's where you put in, this is where you summarize all the
Yeah.
numbers.
Right.
Good, 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 good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just redundant.
Yeah, 1-85, that ad, if you will, was
That's what
in response to a specific comment that the state made about,
Yeah.
Recreation.
you've talked about recreation to the shoreline and all that stuff, but add something about,
Yeah.
These are changes that we've already approved.
yeah.
Yeah.
And 1-86.
Good.
Yep. And then,
Part two.
Yeah, this is the thing about code enforcement that was
Yep.
Yep.
considered to be something that we missed. It's there, so 1-86.
and then 1-102, we just changed rural to interior.
Perfect. Wow.
Got the shellfish license next.
So I really hope that Matt doesn't hate me for this section. We really did our best.
No, I think you did fine.
So I had this really hard time, so there's, let's see if I can make that full screen. So there's this list, which you get from the DMR. And then there's this table, and I don't know where that information came from, because the numbers aren't the same.
Right.
So we took the numbers from the table from Kathy, from like the town report.
Yeah,
Right.
From the clerk, and then this table we updated from the DMR.
right, DMR has all that on there.
Yeah,
You were
some
able
of the
to get
numbers
that.
seem really huge.
Like, for example,
I mean, lobster, obviously there's a big exit to entrance ratio.
You're looking at 2-17?
Yeah. Yeah.
2-17.
Just to kind of clarify, there was
This can't be.
a general comment that some of the data that we had in the report was not up to date,
Right.
Yeah.
which
that-
is understandable since we started it 4 years ago.
Right, exactly.
And so this is an attempt to kind of import updated data in critical areas that we're concerned about. Obviously, the fishing.
But I think people who work with this data a lot would have had a much easier job coming to these answers than I did.
Yeah.
This table itself, but then you get into this like, are they landing it in Harpswell or is their address in Harpswell?
Right.
And so we only did people whose addresses were in Harpswell. We did our best, but if our numbers could definitely be wrong, but we tried.
To be right.
I mean, we used data from the state.
that's all you can do, and that's all they wanted, so.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I
exactly.
mean,
It's yeah.
it's hard to argue with their own data.
But we didn't. I don't know if. it
I
was-
think it is, I mean, based on how you pulled it, people that
License
live
holders.
here, that are license holders, that's probably about accurate. There's a lot of license holders that don't live in town.
The bottom line is we updated what we had
Yeah.
by using the state's data.
We
Right.
tried. We
So
did
So
our
they,
That's
they
what we
can't say anything about it. That's who
And
we're
I-
trying to appease.
I don't think they're going to fact check it
I don't think so.
as accurate as we
At
want.
some point, this table becomes an important reference point for some policy in the
Yeah.
future.
Oh, yeah.
We can go over, somebody can go over.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
Criticize how we did it,
It's
how
here
we-
because
Right now, it's
Yeah,
updated.
we're checking a box. Like
Right.
you said, checking a
Right,
box.
right.
Boom.
except there's nothing here about
Okay, 2-57, Ice Pond.
shellfish.
So
I mean-
we got in this interesting discussion about whether Dan's ice pond is the ice pond up at
It's not.
some point is a great pond or not a great pond. So we put it in parentheses that it is a great pond.
Our shellfish committee.
And then they talked about
Because that's different.
whether or not it was going to be conserved and what the access is.
So it's not in.
So we just kind of threw it all there, so.
It's weird.
It says missing information about the limited freshwater resources, including recreational and ecological values. So we put it all in there.
Yeah.
Great Pond is some category that's.
It's,
Yeah, it's a state
it
pond.
has something to do with the size.
It's over 10
It's to be, what,
acres.
30-something acres or
10
something?
acres.
10 acres, but
10
it's.
acres.
But 30 if it's an impoundment pond, so if it's dammed, which this
Yeah,
one is.
all right, yeah.
Great Pond.
Yeah.
When we were hiring an architect to extend our house, we said, we want a great room, maybe. And he looked at us and said, you don't have the money for a great room. Maybe and then he said, maybe a pretty good room.
Well, apparently we have a great pond. so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and the other point is that there's currently no access to it, public access.
Currently, yeah.
It's current.
So, but I understand that that's something that's being
It's not for
Discussed.
publication.
Yeah.
in the,
Is it on
Currently,
pri-
there
private
isn't,
property?
so So
But
we
in
wrote,
but in terms of the comprehensive plan, we're just stating a fact.
we're just checking a box.
Yeah.
Yep.
They wanted
Okay.
us to talk more about freshwater resources, so we did.
Okay,
So-
He owns the.
anything else? 2-77.
Somebody else?
So Amelia redid this, plan, this map.
Okay,
With data
That's
from the
interesting.
state.
it's called money.
It's a little messy because she couldn't crop out other towns. So you see kind of the edge of Brunswick and the edge of Phippsburg.
Yeah.
But it's okay because, nature doesn't,
This,
Recognize boundaries.
yeah, nature doesn't live in a vacuum.
yeah,
so.
this responds to a comment that was made, well, you know, some of the things that you said were protected are no longer considered protected.
Like the
and other
bald
things you
eagle.
missed out. So
So
this is,
did you
this
get
is
the updated?
something that we took directly from
Right.
the state information, the state maps, and put it in there. So they should not have an argument about,
And no, Alan, we looked at it, it was outdated,
yeah.
yeah.
So this updates what we had in the plan before.
Just simply trying to read it, I'm looking at Mark Island or whatever, these, I see 2 red islands, but I don't see in the kitty any red.
I think it's endangered, threatened, or special species of concern.
Maybe when you put,
Orange. I see the orange ones.
Or,
don't worry about it.
Essential wildlife habitats?
yeah, maybe it's essential wildlife habitat.
So,
Oh, that's it, the pink. Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Yeah, it is a little hard to read.
do we need to do anything more?
I don't think so.
No,
I
it's,
withdraw
it's
my
their
question.
key.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
It's their key, so we just
Yeah, we're
copied
just
it.
sending them back their own information.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-82.
82 is hard. So what I found out is this said originally threatened and endangered animals, but the chart listed a bunch of plants.
Right.
So we added plants to the top. We changed rare animals to rare species, which is not in red, but it was a change. We took off the bald eagle and some sort of tern, a rosaline tern or something like that.
They're
And
not
then,
endangered
Roseate tern?
anymore.
what?
Roseate tern.
Sure. And, because it's not on our map. And then we added a mountain honeysuckle. Yeah, couldn't tell you what. But those are all based on comments from the, It Begins with Habitat letter.
Is a arrowhead spiketail a animal or a plant?
In my garden.
Did you?
I assume it's an animal.
Never heard of that. Mary Ann, do you
I'm
know
sorry?
arrowhead spiketail?
No.
Find out.
I mean, it's some type of a plant, right?
Plant. Plant. Is that your final guess?
Yeah.
It's of least concern.
There's a dragonfly.
What?
Is it?
Yes.
All right.
Is it a dragonfly?
Yep.
Thank you.
It's a dragonfly.
I guess I was wrong.
What'd you say, bird?
Plant.
Anyway,
Oh.
that's good.
It's one of those big ones you see, like the real
Yeah.
big ones.
With an arrowhead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does actually on its back.
And then there, let's see, that was figure 8. And then we get into, they wanted us to update the capital investment plan. So Christy and Terry worked really hard on updating it. I hope it's good enough for the state.
What page are you on now?
This is now
Part 2, yeah,
2-124
124.
124.
and
don't have
2-125.
Passed over.
What did I miss here? I'm missing stuff.
This is great, really good job.
Did we
Yeah,
pass over?
this is really good job.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have that other page.
Oh, we did do, we skipped 2-166. That's not on my list. Oh, no, it's out of order.
Oh, my gosh.
I have it out of order.
Okay, so
Okay.
2-124 talks, is an extensive ad about capital investment and how it supports,
I think it's really good. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
definitely missing.
Yeah, yeah.
okay, outstanding.
I worry a little bit that it doesn't tie back to our land use quite enough. because we don't have, it's not like we're saying we want growth here, so we need to increase our septic, our municipal septic here.
Well, we don't
So-
have one.
Right, exactly. So I feel like for us, we don't, the capital investment plan a little bit misses the mark for us because we don't have a growth area.
I think it's really good. We also don't have a public works department, per se.
Yeah.
So I think it addresses the issues that we do have as a community, fire, emergency, those things, you know.
And
then
resiliency.
Yeah,
And it also
resiliency
does
is really
resilience in
good.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
And then 2164.
2-164.
This had to do with, we had to address this. Given current regulations, development trends, and population projections, estimate how many new residential units and how much commercial, institutional, and/or industrial development will likely occur in the planning period. Where is this development likely to go?
25.
Okay, should we say dispersed?
It says it in the paragraph before, I think.
Okay.
You think?
Page
Because the traditional growth has been 20 to 25 units dispersed throughout the town.
We shift this in ways we can't imagine.
Where is this page?
Expected to maintain the average of 25 new single-family houses per year.
Units.
Yeah, we have to.
No particular
When we
pattern.
review, we'll have code review, planning board review.
Which means we just have
Oh,
to
she
get
doesn't have
good
164
ordinances
in
in.
here? But we have it in
And
our
maybe
packet.
more codes people, because they can't do that.
Yeah. That will-
Does everybody
Oh, yeah.
feel comfortable with
Yeah.
that? All right.
Good job, good job.
Busy.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it's
2-60.
a little out of order, isn't it? It makes my brain hurt.
Here, 166.
Yeah, it's out of order because some things are double-sided and some things are not.
All right.
Where are we here?
Okay,
not sure.
I don't have, I can't
I don't have
find
166.
1-6,
On the back
2-60.
of 82, the endangered
Yeah.
species.
Oh, okay,
About
Okay.
endangered species?
okay, got it.
No, it's not. We wrote it.
What are we looking for here? Which I haven't.
It's on the
2-166.
and it's on the back of 86 or something, it's on the back of
82.
something else.
The endangered species.
It's on the back of part
Okay,
2,
all right.
2.
Okay, yeah.
Ah, there it is.
No industrial growth is anticipated. Commercial uses will be likely to be limited to commercial fishing, home occupations which are allowed in all zoning districts.
Inshallah.
Yeah, no institutional development is expected at this time beyond what is mentioned in our capital improvement plan.
Right.
Basically, we're saying very limited commercial growth. Yeah. Okay, 2-168.
So this we're supposed to say, how can critical natural resources and important natural resources, both of which have their own definitions, be effectively protected from future development impacts? And so we said, we should have to look at the natural resources map when we're doing site plan and subdivision reviews.
That should be done, I mean, if that
Yeah.
was actually done.
Yeah.
Looking at it and, that's an implementation thing, but looking at it and actually creating ordinances that's a whole other thing, but
Yeah.
it's good to at least have it in there.
Yeah.
Nice job,
It's very good.
nice job, everybody.
Really good.
Okay, one other question. There was somewhat of a deal made between how we describe public water and municipal water.
Right.
Has that been changed?
We changed it in 2 spots. We didn't change it I didn't search, I didn't do an exhaustive search.
Okay, what I would ask you to do is make sure that that distinction is made.
Okay,
We have no municipal water and septic we do have public, according to the definition,
Of public, yes, that's right, we do.
because, restaurants and
Motels.
things like that, that's quote-unquote
Schools.
public water. So if we say public water, we have to understand it refers to that type of stuff, not, across the board. It's
Do we have any
municipal
kind
water.
of definitions addendum in this?
Don't go there.
I know, but I'm just thinking that's where that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the state regulates public water, so for us to say, it makes sense when you stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Public water supplies like Dipper Cove, which is a subdivision off the Bayview Road, technically has a public water supply because they have a shared well, and it serves a certain number of people.
Right.
So it makes sense when you stop and
So
think
make sure that that's delineated in the plan.
Yeah.
And I think they actually listed about 8 or 10
Yeah.
different public water.
It's,
Really public and shared.
Yeah.
well, I think it's the case,
I'm on a road with
Oh.
a bunch of houses, but we don't consider that, it's a private road, it's not a public road, although it's shared by.
Yeah. But according to the state, the way they described municipal water, public water, they say, no, you do have public water in Harpswell. It's in these particular areas, and it's
Yeah.
basically all of the restaurants, a few of the,
It should be community water, is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it should
they-
be. It
well,
shouldn't be
basically,
public.
it's water that
We're
I think
parsing-
they test.
Water
Yeah.
available to the public.
we're parsing,
Yeah.
parsing words.
No, it doesn't mean water available to the public. It means water that serves over a certain number of people or gallons per day.
And-
And then it has to meet a certain level of testing and documentation.
Yeah. But I think the average person thinks of public water being a municipal water supply, and that's where the
Yeah.
confusion
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So where are we going from here?
Okay, so,
This is the answer. That's what a public water system is. Or community water system. So there is a definition,
Should be community water.
if we really wanted to get into it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
Al,
so-
you want me to go through the plan and make sure anywhere that says public, if it needs to say municipal, it gets changed?
yes.
Okay.
And, okay, so where are we right now? Okay, I think this is a good summary, good rundown. I think we've demonstrated, we've addressed the major comments and issues that the state has raised. I think, as far as a letter, I don't know what the process is here in sending a letter out from the town, whether Christie has to sign it or whatever. I think maybe what we say is, thank you very much for your comments. Here, we have, here is our response, something like that. And then go through these things that we've just addressed. And I think, I feel pretty confident that we're,
The only thing I can think of that I did not address, because I didn't have time, is the DMR wanted us to include dealer information and boat length information.
Boat length?
Yeah.
But that wasn't a
Dealers.
requirement.
Dealer.
That was just a.
Well, they
that
put
was
it
a
in their
wish-
letter. It said, hold on just a second.
I would just say,
It says local shellfish license and older license count data were included in the plan, which was appreciated, but more recent license and dealer data and information about the number of vessels of different lengths were not included in the plan. Please add the more recent data. So we updated the data that we had, but we did not add boats of different lengths and dealer data. 'cause it
is
wasn't-
that available in the,
It is, but
It's a pain.
we tried. So we tried to get into this dealer data, but the dealers are registered where the business is registered, not where they do landings. And so it turned into this really big headache. So if you guys are comfortable, we'll skip it. Okay.
yeah?
I would say,
I don't think that they're gonna care, because we did update the data that we had in the
And
plan.
were they
Which
look,
is-
they were looking for lobster vessels, not
Commercial, yeah.
just commercial. Because it's, is my understanding, two different agencies review lobster landings, things that are governed by the state versus what are governed by the town.
Depending on boat length, why is boat length so?
No, I don't know, but
I
I
didn't-
just,
also didn't know. Why does dealer,
I don't know why they want.
They just
Dealer
like
makes
to
a
know.
little bit of sense, because they're curious to landings and how many places there are to sell the product in town, but boat length doesn't make much sense to me.
But we have-
I think we just,
yeah.
Yeah,
Move on.
Well,
it's not
I think-
important, really.
I think the thing that we should emphasize in the letter is that we met both as a small committee to review, then we met as a task force, then we had a public hearing, or we've scheduled a public hearing. Here are the lists of all the changes that you suggested. We've made them, here's documentation that we've made them.
yeah.
And, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's look at the timing of this. I think we need to get something to the state by the end of the month. They said they need 10 days to review. So if we give it to them by the end of January, a letter with these changes that we've talked about by the end of January, let them look at it. That means before the middle of February, we have confirmation, hopefully, that the state will endorse this plan. Then we go to the public hearing.
I think we have to have the public hearing before we send it to the state.
yeah. I think we have to, from what I understand.
Okay, how about this? Send a draft to the state. Get it all set. Send a draft. This is a draft. Our public hearing is scheduled, blah, 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 blah. We will follow up with further confirmation about the public hearing. We expect that given the state, we've given the state plenty of time to review this. If we don't make any changes, we expect to hear confirmation back from you within the next week, because now you've had it for a month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think though we have to have our public hearing before we send
We
it.
could send them a draft.
Yeah, something, it's not, I think it's clear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It-
So, okay, based on that, then, what date does everybody think a public hearing ought to take place? Because remember, the ultimate goal is
ASAP.
14 March is the town meeting. It's going to be a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever meeting. And the focus, I think the focus ought to be on here are the changes that we've made, not on the entire plan.
No,
The
right.
plan has been endorsed.
Yeah, just the
We're talking
changes.
about changes. But that's going to have to be voted on at
This isn't gonna make it to town meeting, it's gonna have to be voted on in June.
I don't
timeline
agree.
wise.
I don't agree.
you think?
Think of,
We have to have it to you guys. The town report needs to be, so we want this to go on a warrant at town meeting to be discussed on the floor. That means we wanted to get it in the town report. To get it in the town report, it needs to be, the item that needs to go, that we will vote on, needs to be ready in the town report by the middle of February.
right, but we have to have a public hearing between now and the middle of February, and then submit it to the state and get it approved before the middle of
We do it
February.
simultaneously.
And that's,
We only need 7 days notice
Right.
for the public hearing, and then 10 days for the review.
State approval required before we submit it to the town meeting?
the board isn't gonna submit it back to, for a vote until we have state approval.
But
That makes
technically, no,
sense.
We
because
did
that's
it
what we did
once.
before.
Yeah, we've done it, technically no, but we've already
Well, let's-
been down this road.
Yeah.
We're
Let's-
getting it right this
Let's
time.
think about it a little bit.
All right.
We're talking about March versus June.
Yeah. We just want it to be state approved before the voters vote on it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You know, so whatever.
So in other words, what you're saying is there's nothing necessarily magic about March 14th.
No, no. It would, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I would like to get it done and over with
Yeah.
March 14th
Yeah.
and just be free and clear of this.
right.
But I don't want to rush something and all of a sudden vote on another plan that doesn't get approved by the state, and then we're right back here again.
Speculate on the dynamic. I'm- If we have a specially called town meeting, which is what June would be, right?
No,
No,
that's
they-
the school budget vote.
budget.
We just put it on a referendum for the school budget vote.
I'm just thinking that if this becomes, if this is folded into the normal warrants, I think we have a much better chance of people saying, oh yeah, let's keep moving. Whereas if it's only one or two items in a special meeting, we're almost asking for a long line of people with the
Yeah.
money.
Well, it wouldn't be a special meeting like that. It would be a referendum question in either June or November if it was on one of those, because those would be.
It'd
we
be on
did-
secret ballot.
Yeah, secret ballot. So
Well-
there wouldn't be any discussion.
Yeah, we don't need to work all those dates out here. I think those,
I think we just, let's set a time for the, like you were saying, Al, for the public hearing, get that box checked, let's keep checking boxes, and then submit it to the state after that. I don't think we're gonna get much pushback.
No.
Does anyone think
No.
we're gonna get any pushback?
What's
I
the
don't think,
earliest-
does anybody
what's the
even think
earliest
anybody's
we
gonna
could-
show up at this point?
what's the
For
earliest
the
we could
public
have a
hearing.
public hearing?
Yeah,
Beat
Oh,
'em into
I
submission.
would say a week from Friday.
Well, why don't we do a public hearing a week from, we could have it here,
a week
Yeah.
from this Friday?
a week from.
Well,
And nobody will.
so we have
No,
to,
Nobody will come.
Which is good.
Well, why should anyone come? I mean, we can list all the changes that we've made. Al could write an article for the Anchor.
We're already
They're
past
so de minimis, really, that I think most people are just going to go,
And beyond that, like, not to be stubborn, but these changes had to be made, whether the public wanted them to be made or not. We
Yeah.
made them because the state
Right.
said they had to be made.
Oh, yeah.
You know, our hands were kind of tied in this too, so.
Oh, yeah.
Even if somebody was to say, it happens to be page 168, I don't like that paragraph. Well, it has to be there because
Yeah,
state
yeah.
statute requires
Yeah,
it, so I'm
and-
sorry.
yeah. And it's not changing any policy issue.
Right.
It's not
No,
changing
it's not
any.
changing.
Can we call a public hearing that soon, like a week from Friday? Is that possible?
I'm looking at the state law now. Unless it has changed in the since November, we had to do 30 days notice for the first public hearing, and 7 days notice for any amendments to the plan.
Okay, so 7.
So-
days.
So,
Times Record prints every Friday, so that's why I was saying if I can get an ad in the Anchor for this Friday, I think we could meet a week from this Friday. But maybe we do it,
Can't get an ad in the Anchor.
that'd be the 23rd, would be this Friday, so the 30th. Maybe we do it like a Tuesday night, like we could do like the 3rd of February.
What's the date? Tuesday of what?
The
3rd of
3rd,
February.
so that would be after resiliency.
Sure.
here?
Yeah. I will double check that that's consistent with state law before we put anything in writing, but if we did it the 3rd, we had our public hearing, we submitted it. I mean, I am happy to submit a draft to the state in the meantime for him to look over. I don't know if he will, but, yeah.
But I would think at the public hearing, people would want to know that, hey, this is acceptable to the state. So it's almost like,
No, it's kind of silly. I agree with you completely.
yeah,
It's
It's
putting
catch
the cart
22.
before the horse.
It's
Yeah.
catch 22.
So, if it's consistent with everybody, will the 3rd of February work?
Make it work.
Okay,
Sure.
if I confirm that that will work. All right, Matt, working this way. So if we do the 3rd, February's a short month, so that's
Yeah.
kind of the problem.
Right.
We do the 3rd, we submit it on the 4th.
That gives them 10 days to the 14th, which is the dead middle of February to get it on town warrant.
As long as we can get it on the select board meeting for that date.
Yeah,
I don't know when you guys,
we're meeting every Thursday.
but I don't know at which meeting you will finish what's gonna go. And we can,
What's the Thursday before the 14th? Or what's the deadline? Do you have the actual deadline for?
Middle
just
of
a
February. But either way, it can be on there. They can draft the language, we can get it, the draft language ready, and I think we can do it.
Yeah, because if it's the, call it the 13th.
Okay, so, I
And
mean,
maybe if we pre-submitted it to Tom at the state, he can be ready to approve it.
what I
Maybe it won't take-
what I recall is that he said our review is gonna take 10 days.
Yeah. It can take up to 10 days.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
But you've been talking to him, haven't you?
No, Max Johnstone talked to him on our behalf.
Sure.
I'm not sure that the resolution of this question needs the full.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I think my attitude right now is, after watching this unbelievable work that Margaret and colleagues did, I'm gonna do whatever Margaret says.
Exactly. I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
And
agree.
Margaret and Matt, you should confer and come up with a plan.
Okay. We'll email you guys.
I'm just
Margaret-
warning you.
If she had been the
Margaret's
planner
gone.
instead of Mark.
yep, got it.
It would
Well-
have been a whole different ballgame.
Half
God
of being
asked.
good at my job, not to untoot my horn, but half of being good at my job is knowing who to ask the questions to. You know, Max was a really big help.
Okay, so the order of,
We'll figure it out.
we need to figure it out, but make sure that,
Yeah, we figure it out, make it happen as soon as possible. I think we're all on that page.
yeah, all right.
God knows we all want it to happen as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
Okay, so I think we did due diligence in terms of addressing the state's concerns and requirements and so on. And we'll come up with a timeline, a plan to, work it out the best we can and let everybody know.
I don't know if you guys need to have a vote. Do you?
Yeah, let's have a vote. I move that we adopt the changes as listed and described in Margaret's memorandum, and as discussed in this meeting, and send the comp plan to the state and off to a public hearing.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Unanimous.
Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you,
All
Margaret.
right. Thanks, guys.
All right, fantastic.
Are we adjourned?
Yeah, thank you.
I think we're adjourned.